Hello, this is Victor and here with a new battle report. We are going to play Warhammer 40K 750 points, so it's going to be a small game and I will test this time my Dvukari, my Dark Eldar. So here I have a list. I went for the one to try to maximize my command points. So yeah, I use the formation or the detachment that is mandatory to have 2 HQs and 3 troops. So let's start with the HQs, and here I have my Archon, and it's going to be an Archon with a Hook's Blade and the relic, the pistol, the relic pistol. And then I have here a Homunculus. As you can see, I'm using quite of old school miniatures, so it's an army that I started collecting a while ago, so I have some old miniatures. By the way, this Archon here is the Asdrubal Beck that comes sitting on the was the old metal miniature that was sitting in his vehicle. I just put him some legs and let him stand up. I was using him as Asdrubal Beck, but now it's going to be just a normal Archon. So here we have, he is the Homunculus, and he's going to be equipped with the electrocorrosive wipe and a liquefier gun. So it's going to have quite a nice shooting, and quite a liquefier gun can be quite interesting. It's some auto hits. It's like a nice flamer, and it also will have the Crucible of Malediction. Try to see if I can do some to harm some of the Psyker, if there is any enemy Psyker. And then I go to the troops, and troops I take 3 units of Cavalry Warriors, starting from this side. So let me zoom out, so you can, I'm using this as a blaster, so this is a unit with a splinter cannon and blaster. Then I have there a unit with a dark lance, and then I have a unit with a dark lance and a shredder. One of the two. I don't see now the shredder, but one have a shredder. Let me see if I can find the weapon here. So it should be. It's the old one. So it's somewhere there. Okay. So here we have, and then I have 5 Incubi, and I will have a Venom and a Rider. Okay, so my strategy is I will use more likely the wave portal. So I will put the Incubi on the wave portal, and I will use the light vehicle to put inside the 2 characters, and then I will use this big vehicle to put the one that have the blaster and the splinter cannon, and the other units will be on foot. So I will try to have some nice shooting and see if I can pinch my enemy attacking with the Homunculus, and also with the moving fast my 2 HQs on the Venom, supported by the Rider. So I think I have a good combination of anti-infantry firepower and anti-vehicle firepower, and for 750 points it's a good amount of miniatures. So quite looking forward to see how this goes. And yeah, waiting for my opponent to come and start the battle. We just have deployed the armies, and now we are ready to start the first turn. But first of all, I want to share you what is the Chaos Space Marine army. So in reserve there is a unit of Terminators with Combi Melta and Power Axe. And then there is a Sorcerer there. We have Cultist, Hellbrute, and 10 Chaos Space Marines. We are playing Deadlock from Milestone Missions, so we have the objective quite scattered on the battlefield. We have the 6 there, 3. Here we have number 1, number 2, 4, and 5. They're controlled by the Hellbrute. And we are going to play the front assault, so the one that is with with an angle, with a triangle in the long sides. So we are now going to roll now to see who is starting, and we are ready to start the first turn. So yeah, I will be back for the first turn. We are here at the end of the turn 1 from the Chaos Space Marines, they have the first turn. So here they advance with the cultist. And then he had to defend objective 5, so the Hellboot just moved to keep in distance of 3 inches of the objective, to try to hold it for 2 turns. And then he had also to secure objective 6, so these guys have take objective 6. And here the Terminators just drop from Deep Strike, they teleport from, and then just shoot everything, and between the shooting and the psychic powers, they kill 7 of these are all the kill pile, so they kill 7 of this squad, and I just decide to spend 2 command points to automatically pass the morale check. So here we have, and they have a score. So he had scored 2 points, so we go 2-0, and we go to the turn 1 for the Dark Eldar. We are at the end of the turn 1. The objective I have to do was to score objective 4, objective 3, objective 5, so it was really difficult, and then Witch Hunter. So the objective was quite difficult and be behind the enemy lines. So I try to go ahead and try to move this as fast as possible. I roll a 1 for the advancing roll, so not enough to hold this objective, so let's see if next turn I can do. Here I advance to be able to shot as much as I can on the Hellboot that is on the other side, but I fail with everything, and this guy moved here at maximum speed to be able to hold this objective 3. And then I before moving the Venom here, I just disembark the 2 characters that are inside, and I decide to use the Crucium, and I fail, and then I shoot and I charge with my Archon, killing 3 Terminators in the process. I also decide to bring the Incubi from the reserve. They arrive on the enemy lines, and then I charge to the Chaos Space Marines. So in total I kill 5, and then 2 more run in the moral phase, and I have not received any casualties. I just received 1 wound on my on the sergeant, on the character. So this is at the end of the turn. I just managed to score this holding objective 3. So we go 1-2 in favor of the Chaos Space Marines, and we go now to the turn 2 for the Chaos Space Marines. We are at the end of the turn 2 for the Chaos Space Marines. Here the Terminators decide to fall back from the combat with the Archon, and there the combat continues. The Power Fist again, I managed to do the save against the Power Fist, so they did no wounds to me, and I killed 2 of them, so we are still engaged in combat there. Here the Hellboot tried to shoot to the Venom here, and I passed my invulnerable save, and the cultists just do it all the shooting against the Rider here, scratching 1 wound on the Rider. So he scored 2 points because he had to defend objective 5. So at the end of the turn 2 for the Space Marines, we go for the Chaos Space Marines, we go 4-1, and we go to the turn 2 for the Dark Eldar. So we are here at the end of the turn 2 for the Dark Eldar. So let's go by zones. So I had to advance because it was one of my objectives. So this is why you see that my infantry squads just advanced out of my deployment zone, and I also advanced with the Homunculus and the Archon. So the Archon and the Homunculus, in the shooting, the Archon killed another Terminator with a pistol, and then in the close combat he killed the second Terminator, and then nothing else happened. So I missed to wound the Psyker with the Homunculus, and the Psyker missed to wound the Homunculus. There, that part, I just retreat my Homunculus from the combat to be able to score behind the enemy lines, and then I move my Venom to shoot down the remaining Space Marine. I fail with all the shooting. I decide to charge, and thanks to the charge I'm close to the objective 6 that I had to hold it, so I score objective 6, and I'm in close combat with this guy. So he has a Power Fist, he did not manage to hit me, and I did not manage to kill him neither. And in that part here, I just move with the Rider on the objective. There is a unit inside with a lot of shooting. With all the shooting of the unit, I I did some casualties on the cultists, and then another one ran away. And I tried to shoot. I shoot with the Dark Lances on the Hellroot. I did 3 wounds with the Dark Lances and 1 wound with the Crystalline weapon. So from this squad shoot also to the Hellroot. So I score objective 4, I score behind the enemy lines, I score advance, and I score objective 6. So it's a total of plus 4 points. So we go 5 for the Dark Eldar by 4 of the Chaos Space Marines. And we go now to the turn 3 of the Chaos Space Marines. So we are now at the end of the turn 3 for the Chaos Space Marines. So here in the close combat, between the two characters managed to kill the enemy sorcerer, and there in the close combat the Space Marines hit the Venom, doing 2 wounds to the Venom, and I did not do any wound to him. And the Hellroot just tried to do a very long charge on the Venom, but he failed, although he killed one of the Incubi in the shooting phase. Here they shoot on the Rider. Although they caused 2 wounds, I managed to save them too. So they did not score any point, and yeah, we go now into the turn 3 for the Dark Eldar. We are at the end of the turn 3. So what happened is, in the shooting phase, I killed the Hellroot with the Dark Lances. And then in the other in the shooting phase as well, I killed here the cultists with all the shooting from the Cavalite warriors. And at the end, in the close combat, I killed the last Space Marine. So I killed all the Chaos Space Marine force, so it was a victory for the Dark Eldar. And yeah, and this is the end of the game. I hope you have enjoyed the game. It's again 750 points. It's not a big battle, but I have the feeling that they are quite tactical and are quite interesting also, the small point battles. So as usual, thanks a lot for watching, and see you again later.